I remember this one time on campus, I was walking to class and I saw these two girls in front of me. One of them was really cute. She was wearing this white dress. She was about 5'6", long dark hair, Indian, just my type, right? I remember telling myself, like, bro, you gotta say something to her. So as I'm walking behind them, I'm trying to think what to say to them. And as I'm thinking, the distance keeps getting bigger and bigger. And my mind starts telling me, oh, it's too late. They're too far away. You can't go say hi. It's gonna be weird. You're gonna look creepy. But then I'm like, screw it. And I start sprinting to them. And as I come up to them, I say, hey, what's up, guys? And I notice they're carrying these Trader Joe's grocery bags. So the first thing I say is, hey, what's up, guys? I'm new to town. I'm trying to get some groceries. Where do you recommend I go? And they're like, oh, we just came from Trader Joe's. It's downtown. There's a Target here. And I'm pretending like, oh, yeah, cool. Groceries. What'd you guys get? They're like, oh, we got tomatoes, we got this like horseradish, and I'm like, oh, that's what's up, that's cool. And at that point I freeze, because I'm like, how do I turn this conversation from groceries to getting the girl's number? So I just say, thank you guys. By the way, you guys look really cute in the summertime. I start cringing. I'm like, what the hell did I just say? That's so awkward. They look at me and they're like, oh yeah, thank you. And I start walking away. And I call up my boy and I'm like, I just had the most embarrassing moment with a female. That moment stayed with me the whole day, the whole week. I kept replaying it in the summertime. What was I even saying? And what's crazy is that same week, I actually closed the client and I felt like I had supreme levels of confidence. But that one embarrassing moment just kept eating away at me and it felt like my confidence just dropped to an all-time low. And what's crazy is I didn't approach another girl for months after that because I was just so embarrassed that if I were to do it again, I'd be cringe and embarrassing. You see, if you're watching this video, you've gotten results in business or even approaching girls or in school. You've made sales, you've closed clients, you've gotten numbers, you've gotten good midterm scores. But when a setback occurs or a failure occurs, maybe an ad campaign doesn't do as well as you thought. Maybe a client texts you saying, yo, bro, step up. Or maybe a girl just gives you a dry response in conversation. You let those failures and those setbacks define you, despite all the previous success you've had. The issue is lack of self-confidence. You see, you think self-confidence is a personality trait that you have or you don't have. You think it's something you get when good things happen to you. But here's what I wish someone told me to get to my goals faster. Confidence is a bank account. It's a bank account that you can withdraw from or deposit into. And your balance of your confidence bank account is how confident you actually are in your ability to do the thing. So every time you replay the time you stumbled in a sales call, you're withdrawing from your bank account. You're less confident on your next one. Every time you replay the moment you said something cringeworthy to a girl or she gave a dry response to you, that's a withdrawal from your confidence bank account in talking to girls. Every time you think about a bad midterm grade or the part you choked on a final exam, that's a withdrawal from your confidence in your ability to get good grades. And even if you've had big wins, you're hitting 5, 10, 20K per month, if you're not banking those wins, if you're not depositing them into your bank account, those wins disappear. You go mentally broke and you lose your certainty and your ability to do the thing. Again, that thing could be talking to the girl or setting up another successful ad campaign. I remember back when I signed my third client, I was talking to my close friend at USC and he said, Mana, this is lit. You're 19, you're making more than your high school professors. How do you feel? And at the time, externally, it was awesome. Yeah, I was making money. I was progressing towards my goals, but I still felt fake. I still had self-doubt if the ads would do well. I was worried they would fail, even though the previous ads from my previous clients did well. I'd scroll on my Stripe dashboard and I still wouldn't feel legit. And the reason why is because I wasn't tracking the reps that got me to that point. I was replaying the failures. I kept looking at the emails where contact said, no, stop contacting me. I replayed the awkward moments in a conversation with a girl. I replayed the bad pitch I gave to a prospect on a call. It was all withdrawals from my bank account and no deposit. Now imagine this. You wake up and your mental bank is stacked. You've got a highlight reel in your brain of the time you closed a 2K per month deal. You remember the exact cold approach where a girl gave you her number and said it was refreshing to talk to you and how confident you were. You walk into your next cold approach, your next business meeting, your next exam, already winning. That's what happens when you grow your confidence every day, no matter how the day went. You're no longer stuck in the slow lane towards your business goals or even your life goals. You're in the fast lane. And this isn't about lying to yourself. This is about choosing what truths to remember. If you're watching this video, you've already done hard stuff. You've already gotten results, but you haven't trained your mind to retain it. Instead, your mind is trained to hyperfixate on where you fail, on where you have self-doubt, on what you can't do, on what will go wrong in your next ad campaign, your next test. But I'm telling you, the guys that get to 10K per month within 3 months, 6 months, or achieve any hard goal in a short amount of time, they obsess over their best moments. And that's why they keep winning. So here's what I want you to do today. This is an action step you must do today, or I'm sorry to say you're going to be stuck in the slow lane to your business goals or your life goals. I want you to get a notebook and deposit your first wins into your bank account. You're going to write down the exact moments today where you displayed effort, progress, and success. This is actually the notebook I use for my journey from 0 to 10K per month at 19 in 6 months. And at the end of every day, I wrote down exactly a moment where I displayed effort, a moment I displayed progress, and a moment I displayed success. For effort, on August 29th, 2022, I wrote down I took a cold shower. I meditated when I didn't feel like it. I re-recorded the onboarding sections for step 1, 2, 5, and 6 of my onboarding funnel. For you, I want you to write down a moment where you displayed effort. It could be you worked an extra 10 minutes and finished a business task for today that you didn't leave for tomorrow. It could be you took an extra practice exam than you normally do. It could be you created an extra ad creative for your client than you normally do. Whatever it might be, search for something in your day where you displayed effort. Now, I want you to do the same thing for success. What is a win you had today? What success did you have today? On this day, I closed my first client and got the first paid invoice in my bank account. Now, that's a crazy win that I've logged here. And imagine what this does for my confidence. And this book is like my bank account. Whenever I open this book, I have wins. It fills me with a level of confidence that I can use that gets shown on these videos. In fact, this video I've had to record 3 times today because my mic died or my camera died. That's a setback, but I didn't let it define me because I have certainty that I'm going to get this video out for you guys today. And I have certainty in my abilities to create content. I want you to do the same thing for progress now. Write down a moment where you displayed progress today. In this day, I ate fully clean towards my lean bulk macros, and I'm 1 step closer to my aesthetic 10 out of 10 body. What was a moment where you displayed progress to your top goals? Write it down in your journal. Congratulations, you just deposited your first wins into your mental bank account. If you do this not just today, but tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, heck, for years, I've been doing this for years, man, you will see your confidence build every single day. You will stay consistent to your habits, you will eliminate self-doubt, and you will move so fast to your goals it feels like cheating. Again, confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you create and you build with a system like this. And if you want the exact system on how I went from 0 to 10K per month in 6 months at 19 years old, how I get A's in UC Berkeley's challenging computer science classes, I put everything together in the link below. Start stacking your wins and you're going to start winning more. Click the link below.